2 out, are you ready? Alright, let's start the fight. 3, 2, 1, fight!
Hey everyone, this is Lauren with LNC Bricks, and in this week's video we're going to be talking about Brick Centric 2026 in Burbank, California.
And for those of you wondering, it was this past weekend, March 20th through the 22nd. Brick Centric 2026 is a LEGO fan convention by LEGO fans and for LEGO fans. This year, Brick Centric featured Q&A panels that included speakers from the LEGO Masters TV show and other expert and master builders. There was a Brick Meet Swap Meet, a Brick Movie Festival, and a games arena, but I got trounced in the Brick Pong game. There were, I think, over 300 AFOL, that is, adult fans of LEGO, participants showcasing custom MOCs, that is, my own creations. So, for those who missed out on the opportunity, don't worry, there will be another Brick Centric LEGO convention taking place in January 2027, so plan ahead and put it on the schedule.
And with that being said, let's dive into the fun-filled weekend.
So Candi and I arrived on Friday to begin our weekend by checking in, getting our AFOL pass, badges, and goodie bags. We arrived around 11 a.m. and immediately jumped into setting up my MOC. Attack of the Kraken! I was so stressed traveling with my MOC, any number of things could go wrong, and we only had a few hours to get it set up and running. Thankfully though, when I opened up the boxes, there was very limited travel damage. Everything held up very well, and I only needed to reinstall a few cosmetic elements and pieces.
Once we were finished setting up, Candi and I had to head over to our first event. We had scheduled in an improv build event, and it was super fun.
We had 1 hour to build a fully custom MOC from a LEGO set that was provided to us. I built the Star Trek USS Enterprise, and Candi built a cute bird with a birdhouse. It kind of looked like a crane. The winners of the improv game were chosen, and they would move on to the final round, which was to take place on Saturday. From there, Candi and I just enjoyed the rest of our Friday afternoon and evening. We went and had lunch in the hotel restaurant, checked out the AFOL canteen, and then walked around checking out other AFOLs, continuing to set up and get ready for the opening of the convention at 6:30 p.m. Dinner was also included in our AFOL passes, so when the time came, we had the opportunity to have tacos or Dave's Hot Chicken. Then we went in for the beginning of the convention, and that's how we finished out day one of Brick Centric 2026. Saturday morning, we arrived right at the opening of the second day, 9 a.m. We unfortunately missed out on the brick swap meet. But we got my MOC up and running, walked around for a bit checking out more amazing builds, and then we had our first scheduled panel, 10 a.m., turning bricks into a career. We got to hear from some amazing professional builders on how they turned LEGO into a career.
Next up on the schedule, 11 a.m., Brick Pong. It was a blast.
We partnered up with someone and played Brick Pong, otherwise known as beer pong, for cups of mixed LEGO elements. Each player got 6 ping pong balls, and the highest score wins the round. You have to at least make 1 ball in each cup to get that cup of LEGO. I played Candi for the first round, beating her 2-1, and then I got trounced in the second round. I think the score was like 4-0. Yikes, embarrassing loss. From there, we had a whole lot of free time, so we wandered around checking out more MOCs, hung out by our MOC, and just showed people how my MOC worked and how I built it. Then, Candi did some spur-of-the-moment interviews with some of the builders. Then, dinner again, provided with our AFOL passes, and then more mock time. These days were very long and tiring, but so fun.
And that was the end of day 2. We left early, 8:30 p.m. We were just so exhausted, and by the time we got home, we didn't want to do anything else. We went straight to bed and we crashed hard.
Sunday was the final day of Brick Centric. Candi and I decided to just have a nice, easy day, and we sat by our mock most of the day interacting with attendees of the convention. And I unfortunately had to do minor adjustments throughout the day on my mock, as there was one gear in my mechanism that just wouldn't stop coming off. I would have to take everything apart, put the gear back on, and put everything back together. That was the only issue I had throughout the weekend, so not bad for displaying at my very first convention. At 1 p.m., we went to a Q&A for the people from the LEGO Masters TV show. We got to hear how they auditioned, the ins and outs of the show, and just got to know different participants a little bit. It was a very interesting Q&A, and we both really enjoyed listening to them. Each of the LEGO Masters participants all seemed to be a very tight-knit group. From there, it was a late lunch, more mock time, and then 4:45 p.m. hit, and we decided to start breaking down the mock and get it loaded up. We got everything put away just in time for the closing ceremonies!
It was a blast going through the closing ceremonies and putting names to faces for all of the mocks that had won, especially for the ones where we didn't get to interact or meet the designers.
I forgot to mention, during both the opening ceremonies and the closing ceremonies, we got to participate in raffles. We didn't win anything during the opening ceremonies, but during the closing ceremonies, I won a LEGO set. Mineral Collection set number 21362. What a fun set, and we can't wait to build it. And lastly, the awards! Holy cow, I never expected to see my name on the projector screen, or even hear my name called.
It's Castle Fantasy, The Attack of the Kraken by Lauren Aldridge.
I won the Castle Fantasy category theme. Surreal. My very first convention displaying. I feel so blessed considering the talented AFOLs I was competing against. So thank you to everyone again who voted for me in that category. I truly had such an amazing time. And that was it. The end of an amazingly fun weekend. I cannot wait to do it again. And who knows, maybe we will end up at Brick Slopes, Utah or BrickCon Bellevue, Washington in September. If everything works out with the project schedules for my work, we will definitely try to make it to both of those. And as a little side note, I will be displaying the same mock in Solvang at kind of towards the end of April. So I hope to see everybody there. Also, I'm very grateful and thankful to all my friends and family that showed up to support me and Candi in our endeavor for this. So very much appreciate it. It means so much to me. You guys mean the world to me. And that's the end of a fantastic weekend displaying at a LEGO convention. And perhaps we'll see you next week for a breakdown of my mock.
Oh, and I bet you're wondering, did I win anything for winning the Castle Fantasy category? I sure did. I won a $250 LEGO gift card. Some might say this weekend was a win-win for me. And with that being said, I'll catch you on the next one.